You're good.
Okay. Adequate notice of this meeting has been provided to the Co-Star, the official newspaper of the Borough of Belmar, and the Asbury Park Press, and notice of this meeting was posted on the bulletin board in the municipal building. Take roll call. Councilwoman Donovan?
Here.
Councilwoman McKinney?
Here.
Mayor Buckafusco?
Here.
Councilman Rondanero?
Here.
Councilman Levis?
Here. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing for our moment of silence for our first responders and their families. I'd also like to add, last week, our business administrator, Kevin Kane's stepfather, passed away, John Schmeigel. And I would also like to have us keep our thoughts and prayers in mind for the people of Florida and those who had to work their way through Hurricane Helene, especially for the first responders and the residents that are facing Hurricane Milton, probably tomorrow evening. Thank you. Okay, we're gonna move on to workshop. Anyone have anything for workshop? I believe we're going to do the breast cancer resolution at this point.
This is a proclamation designating the month of October in this year as Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Whereas National Breast Cancer Awareness Month educates women about the importance of early detection for breast cancer. Educates us all. Since NBCAM's inception, mammography use has doubled and breast cancer death rates have declined. Still, many women do not utilize mammography at regular intervals. Whereas, in recognition of the fact that mammography is the best available method of detecting breast changes that may be cancer, long before physical symptoms can be seen or felt, and that breast cancer deaths could decline further if all women ages 40 and older receive mammograms at regular intervals. Whereas October 2024 marks the 40th anniversary of National Breast Cancer Awareness Month, which is dedicated to increasing awareness of breast cancer issues, especially the importance of early detection. And now therefore be it resolved, the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Belmar, County of Monmouth, State of New Jersey, do hereby proclaim October as National Breast Cancer Awareness Month. All women and their families in the Borough of Belmar are urged to get the facts about mammography and breast cancer detection.
Thank you. Anyone else? I'd just like to bring the council up to date on the issue we had at the public library. We, the commissioners of the public library, voted today to contract out for an emergency repair of the chimney. Apparently there are trees and vegetation growing out the top of the chimney, which needs to be remedied before the heat goes on. So that will be taken care of in short order. The fire official went there. The building is safe. They put in 2 extra carbon monoxide detectors, but as long as the heat's not going on, nothing's really going up through the chimney. So I expect that that will be resolved before the heat goes on. Okay. Anything else? Okay, let's move on. Petitions.
I did not receive any petitions. Next, approval of minutes. Can I have a motion to approve the minutes of the September 24th meeting?
Motion.
Second.
Okay, Councilman Donovan?
Yes.
Councilman McKinney?
Yes.
Mayor Buckafusco?
Yes.
Councilman Rondanero?
Yes.
Councilman Levis?
Abstain.
Okay, next is reports of council.
Okay, Councilman Donovan.
Hi everyone. I'm pleased to report that Belmar has been awarded a bronze level certification by Sustainable Jersey. We've been approved for 20 actions in 10 categories for a total of 235 points, which out of context may not seem like a big deal to you, but actually it is the result of a lot of hard work, particularly by our Environmental Commission, but also by everyone who we lassoed into getting involved, including our friends over here at the table and everyone up here. So thank you all. This is really big news for Belmar, not just because it recognizes everything we're doing as a borough, but also because it opens us up for more grants and awards. So thank you to the Environmental Commission. I wanted to give a heads up to everyone that our lake management services will be spraying the Phragmites, which are those tall plants. They will be in a boat spraying them from the lake going outwards, which will help thin those out a little bit as they are invasive, but also still keep some type of small barrier up for our geese. I'm sure I will still hear from plenty of you once that starts happening. The next Tourism Commission meeting is tomorrow. I encourage anyone who's interested to come. In the meantime, on October, what is this? We will be having a scarecrow contest. This is for businesses, Belmar businesses. Judging will take place from October 18th to November 11th by both residents and visitors. The top 3 winners will receive a free sign on our Route 35 sign. Please register by October 11th. The Chamber of Commerce will be holding a fall festival. This will take place on Sunday, October 27th on Main Street and Piano Plaza, so please come out for that. And congratulations to the Chamber for putting on an event preemptively. Congratulations. Work on the pilings for the Harbor Commission and the fuel dock is out for bid. The bid opening will be Wednesday the 16th at 10 a.m. We've had good interest. We've had at least 5 different companies come in so far, so that is good news, and we're looking forward to getting that work done. After the last commission meeting, there was actually extended time put in by some of us up here. Councilwoman Kinney, Councilwoman Montanaro, and I went over to Spring Lake where they had actually a Verizon town hall meeting because Verizon has put in an application there. So we attended that. Participated in that event. The residents' concerns were very much the same that we hear here, and they are following our playbook fairly closely. We've also been talking to leadership over there because we're all well aware of how our fates are intertwined and hoping that we can, combine our passions and our forces for more bargaining power. So we'll continue to update you on that. And finally, we had our inaugural fundraiser for the softball field project over on 13th and Main Sunday, 2 days ago. I'm very excited to tell you that so far our fundraising efforts have yielded about $21,000. Wait. Here's the really cool part. Last week I got an email from a resident who wishes to remain anonymous, and their family would like to match all of our fundraising efforts up to $50,000. So please continue to donate. Tell your friends. Remember, everything you donate will basically be doubled at this point. 20 is the new 40, 40 is the new 80, 100 is the new 200. Please continue. You can go to belmarsoftball.squarespace.com to see the plans and to donate directly right there. I want to thank every single person up here for coming on Sunday. It was a really great event. We had 22 teams in the tournament. A duo from Red Bank actually won. They won a trophy and they won Giants tickets, which were donated by Claire and Sharon Hanger back there. Thank you very much for that. And it was a great time. I'm hoping we can continue to do that event. It was really great. And thank you especially to Councilman Mark Levis, who not only helped run the entire thing, but was absolutely the muscle behind it also. And also thank you to I should also read out our sponsors of the event, which was Coquitos, Dynamic Engineering, Remington and Vernick Engineers, and of the law firm Jenner and Block. So thank you all. If you haven't heard from me personally, if you run a store in town, if you're part of an organization, you will. So thank you all.
Okay, thank you. Councilwoman Kinney.
Thank you, Mayor. The Shade Tree Commission, the next Shade Tree Commission meeting is this Thursday, October 10th. Recreation just wants everybody to know that if you want to register your car for trunk or treat, you must do so in advance. Trunk or treat is Friday, October 25th. And there's also going to be a costume contest. Registration for the costume contest must be 5 p.m. that night, the contest, and trunk or treat starts at 6. And that is also in Dempsey Park. So reminder, it's not out here, it's not at the school, it's in Dempsey Park. And then just one thing around the schools, I just wanted to add again about conversation, which is the meeting that Belmar Elementary School is doing about minimizing screen time and the negative effects of screen time in schools and how we can make a positive impact in schools. I think that sounds super interesting and something that I'd like to go to. Just kids are addicted in general to cell phones, so we need to figure out a way to minimize that if we can in any way. That's all I have for that, and then just one more reminder, this Monday is the Belmar Cares event, breast cancer support group. There is going to be 2, I think, people. Winnie Alden is isn't she a country music singer? Anyway, she's wonderful, country music singer. She's starting at 6, and then the Atlantic Wind Ensemble will be starting at 7 p.m. That's all I have.
Thank you. Councilwoman Rondinero. I'm filling in for her tonight as her voice. So it's going to be really short.
Can you lip sync it as he's speaking?
Just the whole image is not going to make it. Okay, let me start out on behalf of myself and Councilwoman Rondinero to congratulate Councilwoman Donovan and Council President Levis on the Cornhole fundraiser. It was a great day, even though my team, which was made up of myself and Adriana, Councilwoman Maria's daughter, we got killed. But it was a lot of fun. Our team name was Beauty and the Beast, and I guess you can figure out who was who. That's correct English. But it was a great time. The next thing is, this is on the Housing Authority. The borough is currently awaiting the Community Fund Grant Award application from HUD for the Belmar Housing Authority facade repairs. Since the borough was technically the grantee, Maria and April will be working with Doug from Millennium Strategies, our grant writers, to go through the application and make sure it is submitted back as soon as possible. Just a reminder, if you're ordering a Belmar Military and Veteran Banner program to honor our hometown heroes, our deadline is October 16th. We have applications at the front office in Borough Hall and a link on the borough's Facebook page and website. And last but not least, library events. The first of 4 live animal series is this Saturday, October 12th at 11 a.m. at Taylor Pavilion, with Jenkinson's Aquarium presenting New Jersey Precious Pinelands, featuring a live owl, turtles, and other pineland creatures. Bring the kids to this exciting close encounter with creatures from the pinelands. Immediately after the Precious Pinelands will be the Fall Beach Readers Book Fair, featuring 30 local shore region-based authors with their books. The book fair will run from 1 to 5 p.m. when book lovers can pick up great books, both fiction and nonfiction, for themselves or holiday gifts. This event is free admission and open to the public. The last of 3 events celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month is a presentation on Coyote, a modern American immigration story, a Belmar-born off-Broadway musical composed by a longtime Belmar resident, Tim McCory, Thursday, October 17th at 6 p.m. at Taylor Pavilion, with refreshments from Chalito Lindo Mexican Restaurant. Visit our website at www.belmarlibrary.org for more information about these and all our other programs and services. And that's the end of the ad for tonight, and I'll pass it along to Council President Levis.
Thank you, Mayor. I just want to thank the Friendly Sons of the Shillelaghs for also helping us out with the cornhole tournament, with some cornhole boards. They had their annual pig roast last Sunday, and they were collecting donations for those in North Carolina. They filled the truck. They're not accepting any more donations at this time, but I expect they will be after this next storm hits. So keep that in the back of your mind as these weeks come up. That's all I have there.
Okay, let's move on to public session for resolutions that are on the agenda.
If anyone has a comment or question about a resolution on the agenda, please step forward, state your name and address. Okay, seeing none, can I have a motion to close the public session?
I'll make the motion.
Maria choked out second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Can I have a motion to approve the resolutions as listed on the consent agenda?
Motion. Second.
Second.
Councilwoman Donovan?
Yes.
Councilwoman Kinney?
Yes.
Mayor Buckfusco?
Yes.
Councilman Roddenero?
Yes.
Councilman Levis?
Yes.
Next is our last item is ordinance 2024-21. This is a second reading and public hearing on ordinance amending and supplementing Chapter 4, Department of Finance, Section 4-4, which is revising the fees for gazebo rentals. This is open for public comment. If anyone would like to speak on the ordinance, please step forward, state your name and address. No? Can I have a motion to close the public hearing?
I'll make the motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Can I have a motion to adopt ordinance 2024-21?
Motion.
Second.
Councilwoman Donovan?
Yes.
Councilwoman Kinney?
Yes.
Mayor Buckfusco?
Yes.
Councilwoman Roddenero?
Yes.
Councilman Levis?
Yes.
Great, now we're on to public session. Just please remember to state your name and address first.
Good evening, Linda Sharkus, 4th Avenue. I notice there's crushed stone over on 12th in Main. Can you give us an update on the environmental issue and if it's been resolved? Part one, I have 3 different
Why don't you ask all the questions first and then I'll
the
answer.
other questions.
Yeah.
Okay, what are you gonna do with the building? Okay, after that, it's a comment. There's a lot of new buildings in town, single-family homes. There's no landscape at all. And I think perhaps if people got confused that hardscape is the same as landscape, where backyards are completely covered in solid surface. So I would hope that we could work to address the issue through code enforcement or when they go for their COs to try to correct that. Because it really is, you know, $3 billion houses don't have plants in front of them. And I think that's a shame and is detriment. You know, letting this go is detrimental to the overall beautification of our town.
Okay, we'll look into that aspect of it. Your first question is about the 1200 Main and what we're doing there. They have already taken out some soil in the front of the building on 12th Avenue and have filled it in. There is more testing ongoing because there are more indicators showing that there is more contamination along the 12th Avenue side of the building. So the LSRP needs to basically try to figure out through testing, you know, how much more soil removal is necessary, because it's going further and it's going deeper than was initially anticipated. So the goal is still to remove all the contaminated soil, but again, the LSRP is trying to give us a ballpark figure of how much dirt will have to be removed. They're going to do something called this geoprobe, which will go into the concrete walk, and again, it'll help them to determine the limits of the contaminated soil. And then once we know what the limits are, then, you know, an environmental consultant will prepare another plan and cost estimates to remove that contaminated soil. So the short answer is, we started, some of the soil is already removed, ongoing testing, there's still more contamination that needs to be removed. We just don't know how much at this point.
In a long-term plan?
Long-term plan, we don't have a long-term plan at this point. Right now, the long-term plan is to get it cleaned up.
Okay.
That's it for now.
And my third question, we had a mermaid that was donated to the town. The mermaid still isn't open to the public. It's my understanding that JCP&L is moving very slowly on cleaning out their pit to make the can we work to facilitate or expedite this?
I don't know. I don't know what the situation is. I don't know if Billy or Kevin have any update on that.
I've made multiple calls to JCP&L. The problem is where the electric that feeds what the display, what the landscape is going to be is full of water. JCP&L is supposed to come out. They're supposed to pump the pit, check the wires, see if they're still usable. I've called a couple times and I get the response that we're working on it. It's in the process.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Anyone else?
Yes.
Don't be
She's
shy.
on the go. Good afternoon, good morning. We'll say something around there anyway. I'm kidding. So I wrote you a letter, Mayor. I'm not sure
You have to
if
give
you
your name,
received it.
your name and,
My name is Sylvia Wolf.
okay.
I wrote you a letter, I sent you some pictures. We live on River Road, and that is the entrance of Belmar. We feel very neglected. Everything, it's overgrown, there's garbage everywhere. I walk my dogs there as well. And many times I go with a stick and a bag to pick up garbage that's just left there. People rent out their homes and they don't take care of them. In fact, just the other day, I saw, I don't know if it was county or state, because that's another thing. And are you Kevin?
No, I'm Billy.
Okay, Billy.
That's Kevin.
Over there. So I was talking to Kevin, and maybe Billy, I don't know, I call all the time and I write little notes in the concerns. I just feel like we're being neglected, and it looks bad for our town because it is the entrance to Belmar. We are part of Belmar. There's a sign, and I actually took a picture of the sign with all the garbage and cigarette butts and everything, and it's sort of lopsided like this, and it says, "Welcome to Barrel of Entering."
Belmar.
And you know, I look at other towns, and I personally think our town is the best town, but I look at other towns just for comparison, and I say, wait, they tell me, a lot of times you tell me this is a state road. Okay, those are state roads too, but they look so different than our road. I'm just telling you, it's bothering me. I love this town, I'm not leaving, and we're not leaving, right?
No.
My girls aren't leaving, and we just want, and we're willing to be part of the solution. If you need us to do anything, you know, put a group together. The other day I was walking by at the park. That park's a mess, and it was getting fixed. It was getting cleaned up, and I'm like, that is such a beautiful place. The sunsets are amazing. If you're paying to have that done, why isn't someone coming and looking, okay, did they do it correctly? You know, that's it. I mean, just some type of supervision. Okay, let's see. I see a man coming in and he picks up garbage, and then there's a bunch of garbage, and you know, that is a people problem, right? But we can also do something to improve it, I think.
We'll work with Kevin and Billy to see if we can get DPW to maybe make a couple of extra rounds in the park there. And as far as the sign goes, I have to take a look.
Well, it's not
Where that
just a
is.
sign, it's, okay, across there, you know, the Shark River,
Yeah.
there's a barrier, which, by the way, all the lights there do not work, except for ours, in front of our house. My husband is constantly calling. We've had 2 accidents in 3 weeks, hitting, you know, the railing on one side and then the pole on the other. There's no lighting there, and people are speeding. In fact, when they shut off one of those lanes, I was so happy because everybody had to chill and slow down instead of going like 100 miles an hour, you know. And so that's our thing. They usually clean up twice. This year, once, and their cleanup consists of, if there's garbage there, they'll cut up the garbage too, and then more garbage goes into the river, into the bay, and into our properties, correct? Did I miss anything?
Right, no,
Come on.
hi, I'm Sarah Jane Campbell, I live at 1713 River Road, I'm a neighbor. And I think our biggest concern is just the way that it looks for people that are driving through. I mean, these are really nice homes, and the real estate is really nice. They're expensive to live there, so of course you want to feel like you're getting bang for your buck. But it's that grass, it looks awful, it's always.
You're talking about where the intersection with 1635?
Yes.
On the
As it-
Shark River
That is
side,
yeah.
where there's no
Yeah,
sidewalk,
as
and
it
it's just
comes-
grass, and it's a barrier
We
there?
all live between 16th and Oakwood, so it's
Right.
kind of that area along there. The trees are dead, some of them are covered in vines,
Right.
they look horrific.
There's garbage.
Garbage everywhere, it's
weeds.
weeds overgrown, and it just looks it's bad enough that it's a highway, but it just looks really unsightly. It would be nice to have some
Yeah,
maintenance, maybe
we're gonna have to
plant some
reach
new
out.
trees there.
We should probably reach out
Trees
to
for
them.
walking.
We do
Yeah.
have litter crews that walk through it and pick it up. We don't have the manpower to dedicate somebody to it all the time. It is the state property. They do come and cut it. It is not our property. That a lot of that vegetation is there to hold the seawall intact. As far as the park is concerned, people don't pay to rent the park. They just show up. It's first come, first serve, and unfortunately, you know how people are. They come with coolers full of stuff, and they leave it a mess. And we do police the area. We do litter patrol. We do clean up twice a day. We'll try and make an attempt to get in there more often and try and do a better job.
Okay, can I ask you a question
Sure.
about the litter patrol? What does that entail?
It's just a walker that walks through and picks up litter with a stick and a bucket.
Okay, because I've never seen that. I go there often, but I've never seen that. Someone in a truck, and, I see them pick up the garbage.
The
Okay.
garbage, right?
Now, when you did clean up this year, River Road, that area, who did it? The state did it? Or did you guys do it?
Well, we have employees in the marina that will walk 35 and clean up, but we don't cut the grass over there. That's the state property.
Right, I'm gonna tell you something. I saw a man, it looked like a worker, part of your team, and they were on a tractor, a mowing tractor, and then I think you told me, I think they're cutting next door. No, they were riding on to go to the park, right? They were riding on that section. People walk through there, ride their bikes through there. I guess there's like a little path. I just think then if it's the state's problem, then I need you guys to help me with the state. Because 2 years ago, I tried to do everything to get the state involved. They came, they did, and then they forgot.
They do, a couple of months ago, I did receive some documentation from the state about changes they're gonna make to that intersection, mostly with ADA-related ramps and restructuring of the lights and things like that. But obviously, there was no timeline on it, and I will tell you from experience that we had a commitment from the state to fix the crosswalk by the senior citizens building, and we got the plans, and it was approved, and all that, and they said, yeah, we'll get to it, and it'll be sometime in 2027. So if they have plans for that area there, it wouldn't surprise me if it's gonna be at some point in the very distant future. But we will keep trying to get them to do both things, because I think they recognize, because I always get letters from a few people about that intersection, and there's no safe way of crossing from, if you're coming from Belmar Boulevard from Wall, and you're walking, there's no crosswalk to get across onto the other side of 35, which again is the state's responsibility in terms of, there's no sidewalk on that side, and you would have to somehow get way down to where there's a crosswalk, and then there's no light there. So, crossing the bike where you live, and you take your life in your hands, if you're trying to cross 35 without light.
Right,
Which
yeah.
means then you gotta walk all the way down to
The light,
the
which I
light,
do all the time.
which is, so, it's, but we'll look into it again and see if we can get the state to perhaps
Yeah,
take better care in that section of the road.
yes,
Okay.
please, I mean,
It is a mess, and
Okay,
it's not
well,
maintained at all. It's just not maintained.
all right,
Okay,
I hope so.
Thank you.
If not, I'm gonna continue to write.
absolutely.
I come to these meetings, thank you very much, I
Can we
appreciate it.
change the entering Belmar to welcome to Belmar?
Again, I don't know whose sign that is, we'll have to look into
Yours,
that.
our sign, because we attended another meeting and they said, we
They were
didn't
gonna
have
do
any
that.
sign, and so the sign is in order. And to my surprise, we have like a 2x3 maybe sign.
Yeah,
But
that,
the-
I'm on a sign committee with Councilwoman Rondinero. We're working on like signage for around town. And I've noticed there's a couple entrances into Belmar that don't have nice signage.
Yeah.
So we have been working on that, and we actually have to meet again on that, but that's something that
So the
I
sign
become amazed about
itself,
too.
the sign,
Even when you come in to Belmar from Lake Como, there's not a sign that says welcome to Belmar, you're
No,
entering Belmar.
That's our, look, this, I sent this to you. This is what it looks like. This is somebody's property right there, and they cut a tree out, and this is the sign. And if you look
Oh, it's like
closely,
yeah.
you'll see there's like cigarette butts, garbage. That wasn't there. They just put that there a few years ago.
So if you come over the bridge, the 35 bridge, there's a sign with like the wave, the swoop that says Belmar, welcome to Belmar, right? We need a few more of those in town,
Exactly.
right? So there's not one that when you come from Lake Como on 16th Main Street, right at that gas station there, if you look across, it says welcome to Lake Como, there's nothing that delineates that you're entering into Belmar.
Nothing.
Same at 35, there's nothing that says you're welcome,
Yeah.
welcome to Belmar. So that's definitely something, that's on the list, don't
Okay,
worry, that's
thank
coming.
you. I appreciate that.
And I saw Gracie today. Joe was walking her, that's my doggy's girlfriend.
Any other comments?
Thank you.
Okay, seeing none,
Can I have a motion to close the public session and adjourn the meeting?
I'll make the motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Good job.